And the Italians in lane 4 getting an early lead. And we will, of course, get all the positions as they go through 1,000 metres. The teams, just so you know, the boats: Greece in lane 1, Great Britain in lane 2, Canada 3, Italy, as we can see, in 4, 5 is Romania, and in lane 6 on the near side, but out of shot, Belarus. Britain with Scott Durant, Alan Sinclair, Tom Ransley and Stuart Innes. Just see their bow with 2 on it. They're very even with the Canadians at the moment. World champions, of course, Great Britain, Gregory, Spihi, Nash and Hodge. But as Hester mentioned earlier, the emphasis in the British men's rowing has switched to the 8. And so far, from what we've seen this year, it's proved a good move.
Yeah. It's interesting to see what Jürgen, the coach, will choose, because obviously for several Olympiads he chose the men's 4, but then he seems in the last couple of years to have favoured the, or certainly this year, to have favoured the 8. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys go in the boat today. Gold in the Europeans, but then Lucerne 9th, but then new crew member Stuart Innes joining them from the World Cups.
Men's 8, the finale of the regatta. Germany, Great Britain likely to be the main contenders. What about from North America? Are we going to see a challenge from them?
From Canada?
Yeah, in the men's 8.
Oh, in the men's 8. Who knows? Italians 7th in this event last year. 2 from that crew still in the boat, 2 changes. The Canadians 5th last year.
So as they approach 1,500 metres, has to give us some idea of what's going on in the mind of most of these athletes. Are they focusing on technique? Are they being distracted by the other boats? Or are they, is there something else, some drill that you go through, some mental process that you go to get the best out of the body?
Well, certainly, I mean, obviously men's 4 is a fairly quick event, so it's over very fast. So there's a limit to how much you want to settle onto a race pace as such. You want to keep the rate up. Each of the crews will have rehearsed this set scenarios at all points, so they will know the particular calls that their bowman or their 2-man will make, dependent on how the race is going. They will know if they're going to push for 10 here or push for 10 there, or if they're going to sort of just have a general increase of pressure in those last 500 metres. But certainly you're looking for the finish from 7:50 to go, so into the last 500 is really the sprint stage. You're taking the rate up, you're keeping together, you're pushing as hard as you can, trying to make the boat move as sweetly as you can, because you don't want to just stop the boat by just rating as hard as you can and making it aggressive. You just want, oh, and a crab.
Well, that is the Canadians. That is the Canadians, and they've gone from 2nd place. They were challenging the Italians, but amazingly, they're still just about in this one. Great Britain have moved ahead of Canada. That could be the saving grace for the British crew, who are looking to finish in the top 3. Italy get away cleanly. That's very unlucky. I think it was Tim Shriver of Canada who caught the crab, and will no doubt get a slow-mo of that later on. It does mean that the Italians get away. Great Britain finish 2nd somehow. The Canadians have hung on to claim 3rd place. Greece just a few metres off the pace. Romania 5, and Belarus coming in 6th position. Well, they get away with it. They get away with it.
Thank goodness he didn't let go of the blade, because that would have been a lot harder to recover from. It just merely slipped round the outside of his body, which meant he could lean back and pull it back in front of him. But should it have been let go of, then it would have literally got stuck underneath the oar in front, and that would have been totally unrecoverable from. But you can see he maintains the hold on it, which means he is able to grab it back, which is incredibly lucky, and a good recovery, because that's an unnerving thing to happen.
Yeah, and he has to time the recovery as well, so it doesn't interfere with Langefeld's oar.
And the others continuing rowing, which shows the confidence and ability in that boat that they can cope with something as almost boat stopping as that.
Remarkable. A sigh of relief,
yeah,
I think.
That's everyone's worst nightmare, I can assure you.
Yeah. So Italy get the win. Great Britain coming through by default, really, to claim second place, but comfortably through to the A final. The Italians looking good, but they worked for that one. And Canada somehow hanging on.